In the quiet hum of a bustling city street, people move through their days like an endless stream. You step out into this world each morning, making countless decisions, simple ones that shape your day and more complex choices that could redefine your future. But have you ever stopped to think about just how these daily decisions are made? Imagine waking up in the early hours of a typical weekday. The first decision might be as simple as what to wear or eat for breakfast. Yet, even this small choice is packed with layers of psychology and intelligence working together behind the scenes. In your bedroom, you stand by the window, looking out at the world just starting its day. Your mind races through options. Should you reach for that cozy sweater or the lightweight jacket? You might grab a bowl of cereal because it's quick and familiar, but perhaps today feels like a day to try something new and adventurous. As you step into your kitchen, the aroma of coffee wafts from the pot. Do you pour yourself another cup, or maybe it's time for a change, a tea, perhaps? The decision is more than just about taste, it's an expression of your personality and mood on that day. These choices are not random, they are reflections of who you are and how you see the world. But have you ever wondered exactly what goes into making these decisions? How do they impact your life in ways both big and small? Let's dive deeper into this fascinating realm, where psychology meets intelligence to create a tapestry of daily decision-making. In the heart of a bustling city street, people are going about their lives, each one a unique narrative. You're part of that stream, stepping out onto your sidewalk, you face another day filled with choices and challenges. These decisions can range from simple actions like choosing where to walk or which path through traffic to more significant ones like deciding whether to take up a new hobby or pursue an entirely different career. Imagine you find yourself at the crossroads of two paths as you wake up each morning. The world seems vast and full of endless possibilities. You could decide to have a bowl of cereal or toast for breakfast, take the bus or walk to work, even what clothes to wear can feel like monumental choices. But as simple as these decisions might seem, they are just the tip of an intricate iceberg that lies beneath your conscious mind. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a vast ocean, looking out over its endless expanse. The surface is calm and serene, but down below, hidden from view, are countless creatures swimming in complex patterns. These are like the decisions we make every day, they appear simple on the outside. Yet they involve layers upon layers of thoughts, emotions, and experiences. Scientists have long been fascinated by this ocean of decision-making that lies beneath our conscious awareness. For centuries, philosophers pondered how humans made choices, but it wasn't until the 20th century that researchers began to dive deeper into the brain's mechanisms. Today, we understand that decisions are not just simple acts of will, they involve intricate processes in your mind. Let's start at the beginning. When you wake up and decide what to have for breakfast, this choice is influenced by a multitude of factors. Perhaps it was the smell of fresh coffee brewing or the sound of the alarm clock jolting you awake that prompted you to get out of bed. Maybe last night's dinner left your stomach feeling empty, or perhaps you've been craving something sweet after days of healthier food. Choices. In more technical terms, these initial cues trigger what scientists call cognitive processes. These are the mental steps and reasoning involved in making a decision. For example, when deciding on breakfast, your brain might first evaluate your current hunger level, a cognitive process, then consider past experiences with different meals to predict satisfaction or discomfort after eating them. But it doesn't stop there. Your subconscious mind plays an equally important role. It's like having a library of stored information, and in the grand tapestry of our lives, every moment is a canvas waiting to be painted. From choosing what we wear in the morning to deciding where we invest our time, each decision shapes who we are and how we experience the world around us. Today, let's delve into the fascinating science behind these daily choices. Imagine you wake up one crisp autumn morning with a full schedule ahead of you. The first thing you do is decide what to wear, a simple task that might seem trivial but is actually a complex process involving cognitive processes and emotional responses. Your brain quickly scans your closet, considering factors like the weather, your mood, or perhaps last night's plans. This decision-making gaking journey starts with something called sensory input, where information from your environment, like the temperature and light, triggers neural activity in your brain. As you gather this sensory data, a part of your brain known as the prefrontal cortex comes into play. It's like having a personal assistant who organizes all the relevant information to make an informed choice. This area is also where we start weighing different options. Should I wear my favorite jacket because it's cozy and makes me feel good? Or perhaps the lighter sweater would be more practical for today's weather? But decisions aren't just about what feels comfortable or convenient. They are often driven by our past experiences, habits, and even subconscious biases. For instance, you might frequently reach for a particular item of clothing because it reminds you of a happy memory from last year's vacation. This is an example of how emotional associations can influence your choices without you realizing it. Now let's zoom out to understand the broader picture. Why do we make these decisions at all? The answer lies in our survival instincts and the need for efficiency. Every decision, no matter how small, helps us navigate through life with ease. In a way, each choice is like a step on your path. Some lead you to new places while others keep you moving forward along familiar. Imagine you're sitting in a quiet room, surrounded by the soft hum of daily life. It's early morning, before your alarm clock even goes off. You find yourself deciding what to wear today. Something comfortable or something fancy? Or perhaps something that just feels right. These choices are so everyday, they often seem insignificant compared to monumental decisions like choosing a career path or where you'll live in the future. Yet, these small daily choices have an impact far greater than we might realize at first glance. In fact, every morning and throughout your day, countless factors influence those seemingly minor decisions. Your brain is constantly processing information from both internal states, like your mood, energy levels, and past experiences, and external environments such as weather conditions or the time of day. Let's take a closer look behind these scenes to understand just how complex decision-making gaking really is. Firstly, consider the role of habit. Habits are patterns of behavior that occur automatically over repeated experience. They're like shortcuts our brain uses to save energy and mental effort. For example, you might choose your favorite shirt because it fits well or feels comfortable against your skin without even thinking about it. This habit is a result of many small decisions made in the past reinforced by positive reinforcement. But habits can also be problematic when they lead us astray from our goals. Imagine if one morning, instead of choosing what to wear for comfort and practicality, you picked an outfit based on a dream or a memory. That might seem like making a choice, but it's more about following a habit than actively considering the situation. Next, consider the influence of emotions. Emotions can significantly impact your decision-making gaking process. For instance, if you wake up feeling particularly anxious, you might choose to wear something that feels safe and familiar rather than experimenting with new outfits. Or perhaps on a sunny day, you decide to step out in more vibrant colors because the weather is boosting your mood. The interaction between habits and emotions can be fascinating. In our daily lives, we make countless decisions that shape not only who we are but also the world around us. From what to wear in the morning to which path to take when faced with a challenging problem at work, every choice contributes to the intricate tapestry of our existence. Consider this. You wake up one day and decide how to start your routine. You might choose to hit snooze twice or get out of bed immediately. This simple act sets off a chain reaction in your brain, releasing hormones that affect your mood for the rest of the day. Your decision can influence whether you feel energized, lethargic, or perhaps even anxious as you begin your journey. Now imagine this: you're at work and need to decide between two projects. One is quick and easy but doesn't offer much growth potential. The other requires more time and effort, but it could lead to significant advancement in your career. Your choice here can impact not only how well you'll do today or tomorrow but also the trajectory of your professional life. Or consider this: you're at a crossroads with friends about where to go for dinner. One friend suggests an old favorite that's close by, while another proposes trying out a new restaurant down the street. Your decision here is more than just choosing between two places, it's about aligning your values and preferences in social situations. These decisions are not isolated events but part of a larger pattern that defines us as individuals. Every choice we make can have far-reaching consequences, both for ourselves and those around us. By understanding the science behind these daily decisions, we gain insight into why certain choices feel easier or harder to make and how they impact our overall well-being. Take, for instance, the concept of cognitive load. This refers to the amount of mental effort it takes you to process information and make a decision. When faced with too many options, like choosing which course to take in college, you might experience decision fatigue or burnout. As we look back on our daily decisions, those fleeting moments that shape us, they are not just random choices but a complex interplay of psychology, intelligence, and intuition. Each decision is like a thread in the intricate tapestry of life, weaving together to form who we are. Imagine you wake up one morning and decide what to wear before stepping out into the world. This simple act involves more than just personal preference, it's a blend of cognitive processes that have been finely tuned over years. Your brain sifts through information like weather forecasts or last week's events, quickly weighing pros and cons in seconds. Consider how these decisions can be both empowering and overwhelming. On one hand, you feel the freedom to choose between different options, whether it's what you eat for breakfast or which route to take to work. These choices make us feel active participants in our lives. Yet on the other side, they can also bring a sense of anxiety and pressure, as we strive to pick the right path. But here's an important truth, every decision has its own rightness within that moment. You might look back later and wonder why you made certain choices, but at the time, those decisions were perfectly aligned with your current state of mind and information available to you. Let's turn our attention from these small daily decisions to bigger life-changing ones. These moments can be even more complex as they involve a wider range of emotions, consequences, and long-term impacts. Think about choosing a career path or deciding where to live. These are not just personal preferences, they affect your entire future in profound ways. The science behind decision-making tells us that our brains often use heuristics, a shortcut way of thinking, to make choices quickly. Sometimes these shortcuts work wonderfully well, allowing us to navigate the world efficiently. But other times, they can lead us astray, especially when faced with complex or uncertain situations. Yet, there is hope. We are not just passive recipients of our decisions, we have growth as a ladder, not a leap. Subscribe. And keep climbing.